So in this video, I'm gonna review Mobile Tech RX. This is probably the most popular product software that I've been asked to make a review over, whether I like it or not, whether I'd use it. So this video is gonna review whether I recommend it, if I use it, if I'm not gonna use it, why not, the features, pros, cons, and all that coming up. So I have gone through, I think I did like a 60-day trial. I went through all their knowledge base. I saw some of the webinars to really see like what the software is about, what it entails, the features and all that. For starters, I'm not paid by them. I'm not sponsored by them. I've had them and third-party like influencer agencies reach out to me to be sponsored by them. So they're not paying me to say anything. I went through like a 60-day trial. I looked at their knowledge base. I looked at all the webinar training. I went through the app through both on the phone and the desktop. So since this was the most like highly requested software review, I figured I'd go and try it out and really see if I like it or not. And you know, just to make the video short, like I personally, me Oscar, as in a preference, is I do not see myself using this anytime soon, and I personally would not recommend it to someone else as detailers, like, you know, because. So let's just get into it, right? This is gonna be all over the place. It's not like I wrote down a bunch of notes. Like I'm just looking at the website, remembering what I went through, and just giving you my thoughts on this. So for starters, like their big thing, at least from what I saw and what others are talking about, is that like this software makes pricing a lot easier, and you know it's meant to like really staple your pricing to where it's not gonna be negotiated. And to me, for me, Oscar, right, as my own opinion, right, if you rely on an app, a software, just the same way I talk about tools and products. Yes, even though I'm wearing a super clean shirt, I literally went through 4 shirts already because I'm sweating. This is my 4th shirt I put on right now to make these videos. Even through with brands and tools and products, if I have a Grits Garage, a Rupes, a Flex, or Harbor Freight, a MacShine, I'm not relying on the tool to make me good, to make me great, to get me the results. I'm relying on myself. Same thing with any software. And I'm not saying Mobile Tech RX, I'm saying any productivity app, any video editing app, any app. I'm not relying on the app. The app isn't gonna make me great. I and my skill set will be great based on whatever I use, and as long as I use it, you know, to the farthest extent, I'm gonna be great at it. And yes, there's gonna be different softwares that are better, and this, of course, like I'm not arguing that. But so as far as like their main premise is like, this one like sets your rates. We've analyzed all these like areas and detailers and rates and all that, and then we're giving you like solid numbers. I just, again, me personally, I don't buy into that. You know, like I'm not gonna let an app dictate or have influence of what I can charge. Okay, like I don't want this to be the baseline of what I think I can charge. I'm gonna charge based on the value, based on my skill set, and based on the type of customers that I'm getting. Okay, so again, I'm not gonna go into the fine details because like it really depends where you are and the pricing and all that. So I'm not gonna rely on an app to try to sell me, to try to sell services or to do my part, right? Because by the time a customer gets to me, they've already seen the dozens and dozens of 5-star reviews. They've already seen the quality of work that I have on my website. I have my prices listed on my website so that anyone that sees it and is already sticker shocked by the price, they're not gonna contact me, because if they look at my price on my website and they're already like, wow, that guy's expensive, don't want to deal with that, then I've already cut out a bunch of the people that aren't qualified for my services. So when someone reaches out to me, not all the time, because there's some people that won't see the reviews, there's some people that won't see my work, there's some people that won't look at the pricing, so duh, right? So when people reach out to me, they've already qualified themselves that they're willing to pay, they want something more reputable, and they want it done now. So that's why I'm like, I'm not gonna rely on this app to say, okay, this is the pricing. And the reason why I'm focused on this pricing part right now is because like that's what I've seen on a bunch of the videos and other like channels reviewing this. Like that's the main part of it. And to me, Oscar, my personal opinion and preference is that I'm not gonna let a software influence that in any way, shape, or form. Now, another thing is that like, you know, and this is a pretty common comparison where like when you go to any store, when you go to a grocery store and you're buying, what do I buy? Egg whites, right? You know, I don't try to negotiate with the cashier saying, well, it's $4, but can I get it for $3? No, right? It's a product, right? Same thing with your services. You want to see more of a product. Like, this is the final product. There's no negotiating. And it makes sense. Like, that's absolutely right. But again, I'm not gonna say, well, look, this is why my pricing. Look at this app. Look what, you know, me inputting all this information here. This is what I should really be charging. No, because again, I look at other industries and just look at like marketing services. Look at dentistry. Like, they can set their own prices. Different tiers and all levels, right? There's going to be a marketing firm that charges $10,000 per month. There's another marketing firm that charges $1,000 per month. Is there really a true range on what someone can charge? Taking in all these industry things, taking in all these other factors, is there really like something that you can charge whatever you want, right? Because it's based on what you're offering, the clients that you're attracting, and the type of work that you're putting out, right? So a marketing firm can charge $10,000, $50,000, $100,000 per month for marketing work. The same type of marketing work can be done by a smaller firm that charges $5,000, $10,000, $15,000, $20,000 a month, right? Like, I'm just giving you an example, made up numbers. But you get the gist to where so that's the main point. Like, I'm not gonna be stuck to what an app can tell me. Even with all the other factors, like, I'm gonna charge based on what I know I can provide. Okay, so their next thing is I like using their actual app on their phone and on the desktop, and I would say like I was just not happy with it at all. Like, it was so just like clunky, confusing, and again, like it's not here to just like, I'm not trying to hate on them. Like, every software company goes through this, right? They have their first iteration and they have multiple iterations, and it gets better and better over more updates and more upgrades, and like just over time it's gonna improve. Like, it's not literally every Facebook goes through this, LinkedIn, YouTube, like everyone goes through the process of building their product better. Like, it's just a process. But as of right now, in its current state, I just did not like it at all. Like, and I genuinely tried to use it to like, I really wanted to see, could I use it on a day-to-day basis? And remember, like, they're willing to sponsor me using it, right? So that means like I would stop paying for the current software that I was using, which is $79 a month. They'd pay me to use their product, and I'd probably get it for free. I'm talking details. I'm just assuming. So like, there is a large incentive to use their software because there's a financial incentive towards me. And just with good faith, like I could not see myself using the app. And I try to see on desktop. I was like, okay, they have a desktop app, so that's great. Like, I always prefer if they have a desktop app over just a Chrome extension. I mean, a web page, because I prefer apps. And it was literally like the same thing on the phone that it is on the desktop. Like, it's literally like they just like resized everything. It was so bad. And like, I'm telling you guys, I really tried to be like, I'm gonna use this because there was a financial incentive behind it. So I was like, could I really see myself using this on a day-to-day basis? I just could not. Like, I really could not see myself using this product. And again, this is the only one that I've reviewed. And funny enough is that in like 1 week, I had 4 different software companies reach out to me. So I don't know if there was like a conspiracy for everyone to reach out to me that week, but literally 4 different software companies, each one giving me a financial incentive to be sponsored by them. But I'm only doing mobile tech because this is by far the most highly requested one that I have. But I also rejected all other 4 because they were just not good. Like, they were just not good software products. And this is to say, like, there are so many CRM products. Like, you will not believe how many CRM products there are out there. Like, so many. So I'm not bashing them. They're like, you might like it, I don't. You might like Adobe, I like Final Cut. You might like Porsche, I like Subaru. You might like Nikes, I like Adidas. Like, it comes down to preference, right? Like, I'm not saying I know it all because I don't. I'm not saying I'm smarter than you. I'm just giving you my personal opinion based on my experience and what I like to use. But I do want to say, like, I've used apps extensively. Like, I would say I'm a power user for a lot of apps. So, like, Adobe Audition, Final Cut Pro, Evernote, Trello, Lightroom, like always, like I'm a power user. I mean, like, I learned all the ins, I learned all the shortcuts. I just learned everything that I can based on like what I need it for to be most productive. So when I came with this app, when it came to the Mobile Tech RX, I was just like, I can't. Like, I just say it's not there for me. It just, right now, the current state of it, I just could not see myself using this app day in and day out. The current one that I'm using right now, they have a mobile app, but they don't have a desktop app, which I'm fine with. is Get Jobber. I'll have it linked down below. But I've been using that for, I think now two and a half years or 2 years. I pay $79 a month, and I'm like super happy with that one. Like that one, like super happy with it. But again, like there are so many CRM products out there. Like there's so many of them. So if you find one that you like, just keep on using that one. That's fine. Like you don't have to use Get Jobber. You don't have to use Mobile Tech RX. You don't have to use Eurable. You don't have to use a Monkey Shop or Shop Monkey, whatever. Or like there's just, there's so many out there. So just pick one that you like and keep on using that. Again, don't be like, oh yeah, like once I moved from Get Jobber to Mobile Tech RX, my business grew 300%. I was able to book so many more customers. No, like same thing. Like if I switch from Final Cut Pro, which is my video editing software, to Adobe, what's it called? Adobe whatever, like the Adobe product, I'm still just editing a video. Sure, some things are gonna be better here, better there, but it's gonna be the same thing at the end of it. There's not gonna be much of a difference. Now, if you're coming from like a Google Sheets and you actually have quite a bit of customers coming in on a weekly basis or on a daily basis, and you're going from like pen and paper or like a spreadsheet, like a manual spreadsheet, to Mobile Tech RX or to any software, yeah, you'll see a big jump in productivity because you're going from like a super manual labor system to like something more streamlined. Then yeah, you're gonna see better improvements. But in terms of going from Mobile Tech to Shop Monkey or whatever it's called to Get Jobber to something Titan to this other one, that you're not gonna see much of a difference. So next thing is that it's a app, it's a platform for many types of industries to use it, right? All kind of bundled for like the automotive type category. So you have things for like glass repair, interior repair, paintless dim repair, paint touch, PPF, vinyl, wheel and rim repair, window tint. So there's a lot of features that many other automotive related services can use, but if you're just detailing, like there's just gonna be a lot of features that are just there that have no benefit to me as a detailer. Again, if you fit the bill, if like you have glass repair and detailing, you have PPF and detailing, yeah, I could see how like this could potentially help you, but like just being a detailer, there's gonna be a lot of features and a lot of things that just simply aren't really there to help you. So that's why it's another thing, like it has a lot of features, but a lot of them is like, what good is it to have so many features if those don't really fit you for the thing that you're doing, So again, that's another reason why I'm not really gonna use it, because there's a lot of features and a lot of things that you can do with it that just simply aren't fitting towards what I'm doing. Again, it's all just preference. There's nothing else other than do you like it, does it fit you, and that's all that really matters. There is no right or wrong answer to a software. It's do you like it, can you use it, can you afford it, then use that one. And I'm just looking through the website, and one of the testimonials says there's data and science behind Mobile Tech RX pricing tool. It's justified, not something I came up with in my head. This is huge in shifting the conversation with customers or insurance adjusters for something that's personal and emotional to something that's unquestionably professional and polished. Like to me, I mean, it just seems like if I'm giving a quote to a customer, am I really relying to say, well, okay, look, here's why I charge $150. This app says it's right. So to me, again, I'm not saying it's wrong. I'm saying like to me, for Oscar, for how I sell things, for how I carry the business. Like I'm not gonna sit here and tell you that this app is what changed everything and that it's really helping me sell higher numbers to customers because I can show them an app that says I punched in these things and this is why I'm charging you more. No, I'm able to create I'm able to create my own value based on my own experience and wisdom and knowledge. That's why it's the same thing of saying like, well, there's more competition now and like you have to separate yourself. Like you're gonna use this app. Like I already have no problem with competition. If you have problem with competition, it's not because you don't have an app. It's not because like you don't have Rupes and you're using a Grids Garage. Like it's none of that. It's none of that whatsoever. It's just how you perceive yourself and how you carry yourself as a business. That's why like look at every other industry. Like literally any other industry. Like so like for instance, mechanics. Okay, they have like a system that they follow because I don't know why, but it's just mechanics, right? They have like their baseline prices or like a hard estimation. But same thing like this, like with dentistry, right? You go through the insurance, so that's why you'll never get a straightforward answer because when you call a dentist, a dental firm, a dental practice, they're gonna go through insurance to see if however all that works. but there's also dental practices out there that are private, that are cash only, essentially, meaning we don't run through insurance. We strictly run off of, we have a service, this is the price, and this is what you pay with no insurance whatsoever. There are dental practices out there that offer that level of service, saying, hey, I know 99.9% of all dental practices out there go through insurance. We have co-pays, PPO, and that other type of whatever. But for us, because we want to offer the best service that we can, we're going to bypass the insurance. And if you're going to come here, you're going to pay this amount of price for this service, because we're offering a service, we're offering great value, and you're going to pay for that value, but it is at a higher level, and it's a more premium level service. So no one's telling that dental practice that, well, you know, you really can't do this because the app says, you know, this and this. So that's why, like, I'm just, it's not, again, I'm not hating, I'm really drilling down the reason, like, why I wasn't really sold on, like, one, behind the app, and two, just the UI and the UX behind it. It's just like, meh, very, very mediocre for me. Like I said, I'm not saying anything groundbreaking here. If you like it, if you enjoy it, use it. Like, if I use Trello to someone that uses Asana, that's someone to uses Nozbe, to someone that uses To-Do List, to someone that uses Wunderlist, are you being productive with the app? Yes. Well, then nothing else matters. Okay, that's really all it comes down to. But don't think like you choose, not just mobile tech, but like you choose any software and you're like, yes, now I'm gonna grow my business. Now I look professional. No, you know what happens when you download, when you pick a CRM? Nothing happens. You still need to go out there and get customers. You know what happens when you get a Mighty Light 8070 for $1,400? You know what happens? Nothing. You still need to go out there and get customers. You know what happens when you go and pay $1,600 to get trained for 3.5 days on paint correction and wet sanding? You know what happens? Nothing. You still got to go out there and get customers. So don't think there's like this one all be all end all because whatever. Like, it's simply not. And hopefully I'm not coming off overly aggressive. It's just I'm trying to get the idea across that no one thing ever changes anything, right? Like, if you're struggling with your business, there's not this one thing that's gonna make this shift. It's like little decisions, time and time again, that you do over a long period of time that help you actually grow your business. It's not like, you know, I'm not gonna get a Rupes machine and then I'm like, wow, I mean, my business was struggling and I wasn't able to charge the price, but once I told customers I had a Rupes long throw machine, everything changed for me, and I started getting customers left and right, and my average ticket price for a paint correction and coating went up by 27%. That's not how it is. Like, so I'll go ahead and end the video right here. Again, I personally use GetJobber. This isn't a pitch for GetJobber. I'll have a link down below. I'll also have Mobile Tech RX link down below so you can use it out. Again, it just comes down to preference. If you like a Porsche, Subaru, Toyota, Honda, if you like autocross versus rally versus drifting versus drag, if you like long hair versus dark hair, if you like powerlifting versus strongman versus bodybuilding versus, it's just preference, guys. That's all there really is. So let me know if you have any comments, questions, concerns down below. If you have any questions, if you want me to make any other videos, I'd be more than happy to do so on like this software CRM stuff. But really, again, this is by far, Mobile Tech RX was the most requested of all the softwares out there. I got dozens of requests to talk about this, what I use. So just giving what the people want. Hopefully you take it, it helps to some degree. I'll see you guys on the next one.